Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving into a system of health that's been around for thousands of years, but we're going to look at it through a really modern lens. So let me ask you a question. Seriously, just think about that for a second. An OS that doesn't just, run basic programs, but actually manages your energy, your defenses, your mood, and does it all in sync with the world around you? Well, that right there is the core idea we are unpacking today. You see, instead of looking at the body like a car with separate parts you can swap out, traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM, sees it as a tiny, complete universe. A garden, really, that reflects the larger universe. It's all connected. All right, here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll cover the big idea, the body's operating system. Then we'll get into qi, the energy that powers it all. After that, we'll look at yin and yang, the logic that keeps it balanced. Then we'll explore the 5 core departments that run everything. And finally, what the actual goal of all this is. Okay, first up, let's really dig into this idea of the body as way more than just a collection of parts. It's a whole integrated system. So here's the fundamental principle. In TCM, being healthy isn't just about not being sick. It's a dynamic state of harmony. A beautiful balance, not only inside your own body, but with everything outside of it, the seasons, your environment, you name it. And illness? Well, that's just a sign that the harmony has been, disrupted. So if your body is an OS, it needs a power supply, right? Let's talk about the most fundamental, most essential concept in TCM. You can't see it, but it literally runs the whole show. This is qi, pronounced qi. Think of it as your life force. Your vitality. It's the juice that lets you move, think, stay warm, and fight off a cold. It is the electricity powering your entire personal operating system. So, where do you get it? Well, you've basically got 2 energy accounts. First, there's your congenital qi. This is like a savings account or a trust fund that you inherit from your parents at birth. It's your deep reserves. Then you have your acquired qi. That's your daily checking account, which you top up every single day with the food you eat and the air you breathe. Your overall vitality, it all comes down to how well you manage both of these accounts. And what's amazing is just how many jobs qi actually has. It's not just one thing. It's the engine that pushes your blood around. It's the thermostat that keeps you warm. It's your personal security guard fighting off bugs. It's the master chef that turns your lunch into you. And it's even the anchor that literally holds your organs in place. It's doing a lot. Okay, so we've got the power source, qi. Now let's look at the core logic that keeps the whole system from going haywire. And this is probably the most famous concept to come out of Chinese philosophy, yin and yang. TCM sees pretty much everything as a dynamic dance between these 2 opposite but totally complementary forces. Yang is the fire, the energy of activity, warmth, and function. Think daytime. And yin is the water, the energy of rest, coolness, and substance. Think nighttime. You absolutely need both. You can't have the action without the fuel, and you can't have the fuel without the action. This ancient saying really nails it. Health isn't some battle where one side wins. No, it's a harmony. It means your internal reserves, your yin, are nice and calm and full. And that allows your active energy, your yang, to go out and do its job without burning out. All right, so how does this OS organize all its functions? Well, instead of thinking about individual organs in isolation, TCM imagines 5 core departments, or you could even call them apps, and each one is linked to one of the 5 elements. So here they are. You've got the liver system, which is like wood, it needs to flow and grow freely. Then the heart system, which is like fire, it governs our mind and consciousness. The spleen system, that's our earth. It manages digestion and gives us nourishment. The lung system is metal, our protective barrier. And finally, the kidney system is water, storing our deepest reserves of energy. But here's the beautiful part. These departments are not working in silos. They're designed to help each other in this constant productive cycle. Just think, water nourishes wood, so healthy kidneys support the liver. Wood feeds fire, so a healthy liver supports the heart. And on it goes. It's a perfect system of teamwork. Now, to make sure no single department gets too big for its britches, there's also a built-in system of checks and balances. Water puts out fire, so the kidney system keeps the heart from getting overexcited. Fire melts metal, so the heart keeps the lungs in check.
It's this elegant, self-regulating dance that keeps everything in a dynamic balance.
So we've seen the power source, the logic, the departments, all of these incredible interconnected systems. So what's the point? What is the ultimate goal this entire operating system is trying to achieve? Well, those glitches in the system, what we call illness, they pop up whenever that harmony gets broken. And that can happen from the outside, from things like extreme cold or wind. It can happen from the inside, from really strong emotions like too much anger or sadness. And of course, it can happen from our own lifestyle. Poor diet, working way too much, not getting enough rest. But here it is. This is maybe the most powerful idea in all of TCM. The key to staying healthy isn't about the strength of the germ or the stressor. It's about the strength of your own system, your righteous chi. If your internal OS is running smoothly, if it's strong and balanced, those outside forces just can't get in. You're far less likely to have a system crash.
And this idea of strengthening your own defenses, it leads directly to the ultimate philosophy of healthcare in TCM, which is captured in this one incredible phrase, Ju-8 being.
What does it mean? It means treating the illness before it ever arrives. The whole point isn't to get really good at fixing things after they break. No, the highest form of wisdom is to build a system so strong and balanced that disease doesn't even get a foothold in the first place. It's all about preventative maintenance, not just fixing bugs after a system crash. And that really leaves us with a huge, thought-provoking question, doesn't it? It challenges us to completely flip our script on health, to stop focusing so much on fighting disease and start focusing on actively, consciously creating a life where disease is just way less likely to show up. And that is a really powerful idea to sit with.